With that being said, she, came up and started banging on my motherfucking window, talking about demon be gone, and she was referring to me. And I walked outside my door. I don't need these motherfucking issues. I really don't. I'm facing homelessness. I'm dealing with a major spiritual fucking problem right now. And I walked outside, and I said, "What the fuck are you doing, man? Stop fucking with me. I'm not fucking with you. I don't like when people fuck with me and deliberately keep on fucking with me, and I'm not doing anything to you. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking to you. Don't fuck with me." And if I didn't give a fuck about jail, I'd be sitting in a jail cell right about now. But I just, like I say, I've been on the phone trying to call different places, find a place, a motel or something, or hostel that rents weekly, monthly, um, or does an extended stay, so I can have a place to stay that's stable and that's, pretty much, cheap. Um, I played around with the idea of the Cecil motel or hotel, but I don't need that shit on me. I already got like a whole lot of shit. That nearly killed me. The fucking dead. For instance, that Alex Nascimento entity, aka David Rayner entity. I don't need any more. Speaking of that, they set it up yesterday, and I felt the difference as well when that soul contract was removed. That the higher self who signed that soul contract, which was a chair-faced child, would help me get all of my stuff back. But really, it turned out to be roach attachments. While the people, they did something where they, like one thing I learned about Alex Nascimento, whose other name is David Rayner, going back to the curse, whose higher self, I believe, is Simon Laban, who's supposed to be the devil. One thing I learned about him is that he takes control of people's consciousnesses and pulls you into hell realms. And he took control of my chair-faced child spirit guide, my child consciousness as well as my spirit guides, to keep me from being able to remove him from my consciousness. And he did it today as well, as in conjunction removing her and her entity attachments. And I've been trying to put her back together using 1714 hertz, 1715 hertz. I've been using 960 hertz, 962 hertz to get stuff back, which are really, really high frequencies. And so they did something yesterday, and they were warning me about it, telling me, they're going to take all your stuff if you talk about it. That the spirit guide instantly got rid of that soul contract that condemned me to that curse, and still is. When that shit got removed, I felt just all of my luck, all of my consciousness, the way in which I was before, my blessings coming back. And it was a blessing. But at the same fucking time, it was set up to set me up to still be under the curse. And from what I understand, Billy Bailey, Bear Insanity, that's his real name. Learned his name earlier, his real name while he was alive. And his higher self, Don Tolliver, who brought in Alex Nascimento and Simon Laban to keep me under curses, were telling me, basically, from what I understand, in the middle of the night, had it set up where a topa of that child was signing soul contracts, supposedly, to keep me, further condemned to curses. And that's the most sickening thing. And part of these curses consist of, like this motherfucker will cause me to have problems like with the bitch next door, and then turn around and give my blessings to her. So it's not even something that's advantageous. It's something that deliberately causes you problems. And then, not only that, makes shit further disadvantageous for you by giving your shit to the fucking enemies who they provoke to cause you fucking problems. And I don't need this shit. I want this shit off of me. And I've been trying to figure out ways on how to get this motherfucker off. I had some of my old spirit team come around. They instantly looked at Billy Bailey, Bear Insanity, and they say that's motherfucking demons on the face of it. That's a problem. They're basically designed, him and his higher self, Don Tolliver, fuck all that philosophical shit about, oh, Baron 70, Billy, he loved kids and woo, woo, woo. From what I understand, while he was alive, he was a supermarket operator, owner. He used to molest kids. He basically is an evil entity, an evil spirit that enjoys fucking up people's consciousnesses and destroying people who have, strong spiritual abilities and fuck their consciousness up to get them to do shit against their will. Like, in other words, that's why you hear about zombification and voodoo, and then condemn them to fucking hell realms. And from what I understand, it's supposed to be with the consent of God, the demiurge, or some shit like that. But, I'm going to say this. My guy, my connection, the guy saw that and they were like, nah, this nigga needs to be taken out of all his fucking timelines. This is the most evil, revolting ass shit I've ever fucking seen. To zombify somebody, get somebody against their will to do shit that they don't want to motherfucking do, and then condemn them to fucking hell rounds. And that's exactly what I'm facing with him. And so, today I was going down to try to fill out, sign some papers to get, housing. And while en route, unfortunately, the person I was supposed to meet wasn't there today. And I went there, kind of like unannounced, thinking they would be there. And I was told she wouldn't. And I was told, they had bad luck with this. And so with that being said, while on the train, my poor little child spirit guide came up with ways on, how to get rid of him. And, it felt very different. It felt a lot better. The energy felt a lot better. Like, this evil motherfucker will manipulate frequency to use it against you. And basically, like I say, funnel all of your blessings, all your spiritual powers and abilities, everything, including everything on your spirit body, your energy body, your astral body, to motherfuckers who are enemies of you and who done sacrificed you. And I don't want that shit on me. I don't want that shit around me. They'll talk about, oh, well, he did, he'll try to, block this from happening or protect you as much as. I don't want that bad shit around me, because I'm not a bad person to begin with. Put that on the murderer or rapist. Don't put that on me. How fucking people who do evil shit fucking thrive in our society versus a motherfucker like me who's down and out, is just beyond me. But seeing what's happening with me, you can see how that shit can happen and go down logically. To have an evil entity like that on you that deliberately causes malfortune to happen to you, problems, provokes people to fuck with you, and then give them people your blessing. That's the most evil ass shit. And I've had people in the astral plane, people higher the highest selves and shit, look at that on the face of it and say, nah, that's some fucked up shit. You don't want to deal with that. I feel like he's fucking with my consciousness right now as I talk. One of my little spirit guides who was trying to settle something with the whole Zendaya debacle. It's a lot of confusion going on. Now that I think about it, I remember a little Mexican kid once saying, to me, that shit should be quiet. You shouldn't be, that shit shouldn't be out there. It shouldn't be, that active. Now that I think about it, with that whole Alex Nascimento thing, I remember he had put roach attachments in the soul piece that I wanted, that got taken from me and given to was stolen from me by Billy Bailey, Baron Samedi, from when I was a child. Them evil motherfuckers, man, they cavort together to control people's behavior and get good people to do evil shit. And had me, some of that shit was justified, but people's blessings and shit were going to the motherfuckers that sacrificed me. And so, it's like a fucking circular, pool of fucking sacrifice, and it's just fucked up. And, just seems to get even bleaker and bleaker from what I understand. Billy Bailey and them people that cursed me, along with Alex Nascimento, aka David Rayner, they're plotting or planning to set it up to where I have no money for housing. I can't stay anywhere. They're trying to get me to get confused about, what places to go and all of that. The only help I've been having so far, ironically, them roach spirits. That's the only help I've been having. And they've been trying to take them motherfuckers away. They've been trying to take away that child spirit guy, which is my last connection to my ancestors. Something that Alex Nascimento, aka David Rayner, along with his higher self, Simon Lebon, removed. Like I said before, I had that evil shit come to me in the astral plane and try to contract with me, and I told him get the fuck up the street. And I woke up with my third eye bleeding. I don't want that shit. I didn't ask for this shit. I don't. What is my spirit guy was a child. I got nothing to do with that. That shit should be that soul contract. All that shit needs to go. So, anyways, with that being said, let me go ahead and do the reading. I just had to get shit out, because this is just horrible. I feel like something fucking with my consciousness right now, and I was playing 960 hertz, and I was showing some of the evil shit that he does to people. Like and I actually had something like that happen, but with a different entity. He'll bore holes in your consciousness and then pull you into it while you're asleep. So you die in your sleep and you go into your consciousness, into a hell realm that he establishes in that motherfucker. And that's the most fucked up ass motherfucking thing. And like, yesterday I kept, missing the bus. I kept getting on the wrong fucking exit. Like the other day, they cause fucking calamities to happen to you so you don't get anywhere. So with that being said, let me go ahead and use what little of my third eye I got left to see. I feel him right now like touching it. This is how he looks. Let me go ahead and use what's left of my third eye to see what's going to happen. Let's see, what's today's date? It is Friday, August the 30th, 2024. I just wanted to say 2022, harkening back to all the evil shit when it first started. So right on the face of it, I see you walking towards an uncertain future. That evil motherfucker even tried to take over my ancestral line and block me from being able to contact my ancestors and shit in the spirit plane. While that child and, to some degree, my mother's higher self got really fucked up in that August 21st or 22nd, 2022 timeline, with him and Billy Bailey bearing family control. They really fucked, they really tried to block me and fuck my mama's higher self up. I got to get this evil shit off. This got to end. So I see you doing something underhanded to bring about a result that you've been longing for. Felt something. I felt him like hit the top of my head and shit. This is evil. I just heard something about I actually did a video about it about how Alex Nascimento had tortured and tormented and pulled that poor Mexican girl who I later rescued, who worked at Walmart, I guess, that the Ingrid Hybrid blonde haired woman. I wonder if it could be one of these motherfuckers. He pulled that girl into, pulled this child into a hell realm. That was the most evil ass fucking thing I've ever fucking seen. It had that girl go through obstacle courses, turn to ancestors like they, tried to do at times with me against me, and all of that is evil. Pure evil. Doing that evil ass thing, Alex Nascimento, David Rain, the motherfucker just tried to cut a hole across my, not a hole, but this evil motherfucker out. And he's trying to hide in my consciousness, so he just tried to put a, cut part of my head off, and I felt it. From what I understand, he's trying to hide in my consciousness to avoid the repercussions of his actions. Somebody need to get rid of his hell rounds. Because that's how he lives, and it's in them people's homes. Whoever put this shit on me. So I'm going to say this right now. I see you going down a very uncertain road. And it's fraught with a lot of danger. So just beware and be careful. So I see you coming across a major block, a major obstacle. It's very dark too, and it's got a lot of shit attached. It almost reveals certain aspects of yourself, but be careful. I see you walking towards triumph, but I also see uncertainty. Let's throw these cards. So anyways, with that being said, in the Chariot position, we got, I feel there's a major obstruction by some that don't want you to go forward and get rid of something. Get that shit, that monkey off your back. Now, in the present position, we got the Eight of Swords. And I feel like you're in a stuck position. You got something that's manipulating and influencing that. You really don't know what to do. Future position, I see you Four of Wands. I see stability, but there's, be careful because of how fucked up our consciousness is. There's, I want to say ambivalence there, but there's uncertainty. And so make sure well, shit, motherfuckers, Alex not see me into and then be trying to change timelines on me. One motherfucker was saying in the spirit plane, oh, that motherfucker gives you the, that's an evil motherfucker. Nah, that motherfucker don't, that the motherfucker just brings pain and suffering. So right here, we got the King of Swords, and that's your subconscious position. I feel like the King of Swords is in the subconscious position. And I feel that you're waiting for somebody fair-minded to come and act on your behalf. So right here, in the Goals position, we got the Three of Cups. And I could see like ancestors, spiritual support. I could see people coming to your rescue. So for what's in the, okay, that should be the goals. Advice position, we got Strength, and that means I feel the energy of that is you got to deal with it. You have to put your nose to the grind. So right here, for the energy that's all around you that circumvents you, we got the Six of Cups, and I feel like that energy represents moving forward. It represents an energy of looking back at what you could have become or who you are and gaining strength from that. For the Fears and the Hopes card, we got the Ten of Swords. And I feel that you feel fear being put into a place of non-movement and ambivalence. But don't let outside factors influence you. So for the outcome, we got the Nine of Cups. And I feel that you're going to be able to look towards a very great propitious future, but you have to be level-headed. Keep your mind to the grind. So I'm something just shot right now. Some evil just sent that. Keep your mind to the grind. Protect yourselves. And don't let anything throw you off. That's some evil ass shit. Another thing about that Alex Nascimento entity is he likes to control people's consciousnesses so he can induce people into hell realms. And that's what Billy Baye, Baron Samedi, contracts with. That's why I don't like that evil motherfucker. I don't like him at all. With that being said, if you want a more personalized reading, please contact me at ravenbyterror22 at yahoo.com. Peace.